Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your co-pilot into the universe of Chinese. We are going to continue our journey into learning just a little bit a day about Chinese expression, mostly 4 characters. So here, yesterday we talked about 神经兮兮, neurotic, somebody who is hyper tensioned all the time. We're going to carry over to 神出鬼没, another 神, but this time is a different type of 神, okay? Last time, 神经兮兮 is your internal wiring. That 神 is your intent, your mental activity. This 神 is more external. It's not something not something human even. So in Chinese concept, we have 人, 神, 鬼, like 3 type of entities or intelligent beings that were captured in our language. One is humans, right? 人, human figure. And now here we have 神 and 鬼. You see both here. So 神 is the more like a heavenly figure, more angelic, right? And 鬼 is more underground, more devilish. So that's our concept of other intelligent beings. So 神 and 鬼 are beyond the human world, beyond our understanding, beyond our control, definitely, right? So 神出鬼没 actually depicting the sense of beyond, like you don't exactly know when they're going to show up or when they're going to disappear. That's a total meaning. So 出 we talked about that before. So this is a human figure. You have the torso, the 4 limbs, and then you have this cave, this shelter. So it's somebody leaving their shelter. That's 出, like 出现. It's often used like appear. Oh, you see some, like all of a sudden it appeared. That's 出. And okay, 鬼 is this devil figure. We talked a long time ago, like we have all types of devils with, coupled with other characters, 鬼魅魍魉, and, different types of devil. So that's 鬼, the basic generic devil. Okay. 没 came from this. So we have the water sign. It's pretty complicated stream looking thing, right? With 3 kind of going this way, but it's too much to write. So we simplify it into 3 dots, always the 2 dots this way and the last dot this way. That's our water. And then we have on the right side, the hand symbol. We have a lot of hand symbols in our characters. And this spiral thing, it's my first time ever see a spiral in the original Chinese characters. So I regard it as some sort of shell or pearl or some treasure underground. So that means it's almost like a diver going underwater to reach for that treasure in the water. So that's a kind of 没. It means the diver disappear from your visual world into this underwater world to retrieve the prize. That's the kind of 没. So 出 means out of the cave. 没 means under the water, submerge into water. So simply from that origin, it means appear and disappear. Just appear and disappear from the perspective of people who are seeing, like if somebody in their own shelter, it's their private domain, you don't get to see them. So only when they are out, you can see them in public, right? And 没 is like, we are normally living above the air, above the ground or above water. So if somebody submerge into water, you're not going to see them. So that's the distinction of you can visually see them. 出 means appear, 没 means disappear. And Chinese, we often pair, okay, 神 and 鬼, both are non-human intelligent beings, may have all kinds of intention. Normally, 神 is good intention, 鬼 is bad intention, right? So we don't exactly know because we don't understand them, but we do have these characters for them. One is heavenly figure, one is underground figure. And there are a group of them, all kinds of ranks of them, all kinds of imagination of them, right? Of course. So these are intelligent beings, non-human intelligent beings. And then we have appearance and disappear, appear and disappear. And we often pair them with this way. We have 神出鬼没 instead of 神鬼 出没, but the meaning, the impact is the same. It's like something is appearing or disappearing, just like an angel and the devil. Like you have no, like you cannot predict. It's unpredicted occurrence or disappearance of some entity. So I translate it as elusive. It's like beyond your comprehension or prediction. Something are just going to occur. Well, this something normally is actually human, right? So we're trying to attribute kind of non-human behavior, which is unpredictable appearance and disappearance, to a human figure. So that's kind of, I mean, humans with this trait of unpredictable presence must be somebody specially trained for it. So imagine kind of a spy, right? Imagine kind of martial artist, I guess. So, okay, here I put a poster actually from a Chinese movie that I have no clue with. I just searched 神出鬼没 on internet and to see what kind of image it shows up. And it turned out this Japanese poster of some drama of some kind involved with guns and their traditional sword and their traditional costume, right? So this is, excuse me, sorry, I hope it's not so bad. I'm not going to re-record. Okay, 神出鬼没, you see here, totally Chinese character. And they mark it with Japanese, I forgot their sound making, their pronunciation markers. And so that gives you a sense of how Chinese and Japanese language are related. They totally can just use Chinese characters in their language, but maybe native Japanese speakers may not understand what the Chinese are, but if you put it in their pronunciation, they just by the sound of it, they may understand it better. I guess that's why. And over here, I can see a bunch of Chinese characters intermittently with the Japanese katakana. I forgot. Sorry. This is not. I know that's not kind of apostrophe s. So it shows me like all these are Chinese. You can also kind of visually see, right, what's Chinese look like versus Japanese look like. Japanese characters are much simpler and they're kind of fluid, kind of flowing, and not many strokes with them, but versus Chinese, a lot more complicated, a lot more squarish or rectangular. So that's how the two cultures are related. Give you a visual sense. And 神出鬼没 probably talking about this detective or whoever that person is going to hard to predict their appearance and disappearance, and therefore they can do something unexpected, uncut, right? All right, cashing to the currency of thinking, just one word a day with Sophie. See you another day.